Well, hey everybody, my name is Feixiao and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail for, I guess you could say, a new... What the hell? I didn't see that idle animation, to be honest, when I played as Huahua. I guess I never played much of her. Anyway, I'm here to do the second half of the continuance of 2.5, and I guess this is Honkai Star Rail versions 2.5. And we're going to be doing its quest today. So we're here to meet with Yanqing, I do believe. So, and I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. I really worked hard on that one as well. Plus, I had to suffer through, well, this. Game being laggy and all that stuff. But hey, that's fine with me. So, let's go ahead and meet up with Yanqing. After Shackley prison break... yeah. This was after the prison break.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Yeah, me too, in all honesty. You see what I mean, guys? I know, I barely turned my PC on, and it's already lagging. And, yeah, these are tourists. And they're just here for the war dance event, and... yeah, but we got more situation on our hands.
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Wait, is that what you drink? Oh yeah, Intellitrons are machines. Sorry, I'm snacking on some crackers.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
Says the little munchkin. Sorry. Seeing this person, this Peppashi, literally the size of a toddler, and yet they're adults, saying that about Yanqing just makes me laugh.
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance.
Yeah, it's all stressful now since we now heard about the Hoolay's breakout. And here we are with our smug ass face.
I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
Discuss what happened. Let's just discuss what happened.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
What happened on your end?
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious foxians carrying official identities.
So we're comparing each other's stories.
They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hoolay's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship.
Those tourists over there are talking about you.
Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster.
Now that's a crying shame. What? You're not going to defend the ring? But haven't you been preparing for it for long?
The security of the Loufu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster.
That is true. That's a good point.
Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hoolay will wreak havoc. Obviously, There's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said.
Ooh, who's that?
You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Ha ha, there's my foxy lady again.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, it has. What brings you here, General? I thought all the generals were on the move already.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Come on, Yanqing, you're being too serious. Have a meal, have a drink. You need to have the energy to hunt those damn werewolves.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
And to be honest, those do look good. I think I know what they are, and I tried some. They're delicious.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
I never tried buns, honestly.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hoolay on an empty stomach.
Again, true. You need the energy.
Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
She is truly an expert when it comes to things like this.
Hulay's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Jiao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hoolay loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
She knows what she's doing. After the Shackling prison outbreak and then the Seed of Foreign Divine Foresight.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Oh, here's my girl Yukong here.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on the Loufu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Chaos.
Hoolay made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the 2 Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that she and Don Hung are safe.
She's such a sweet girl.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Feixiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Feixiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hoolay's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Should the War Dance really be held as scheduled?
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun-Li, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach.
And which are these 2 parties?
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Loufu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Loufu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them.
Especially overtime.
But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hoolay's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated.
But who would benefit from this?
The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Loufu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hoolay actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Loufu, acting as if nothing has happened.
And that's gonna be a tough challenge.
As if nothing has happened. Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here.
Wait, are you suggesting that I take Yang Qing's place as ringmaster? Are you suggesting that Yunling takes Yang Qing's place as ringmaster? Are you planning to take up the role of the ringmaster yourself, Junior Huayan? My keen senses tell me that the second option might make more sense. Because he has duties to do. I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess Yun-Li could be the ringmaster, maybe. Or Marge.
Master Yun-Li, is General Huayan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yan Qing?
No, that's not the case.
General Huayan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place as the ringmaster?
The live stream and the interview. Oh.
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
I knew the first option would be always right.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Loufu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Loufu a laughingstock.
Says the girl with the bare feet.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider?
I almost forgot about that event. Yeah, we already master martial arts already from Yang Qing and Yun-Li.
We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
It also makes sense that she is the most popular. Also, she's got that vibe that brings out the excitement out of everyone. So, yeah.
Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Ooh, switching Ling Sha's POV? In the Shackly prison, Lingsha, Danhan, and Jingwan are trying to discern clues from the Borisin's attacks. So I'm going as Lingsha this time. Oh, I can't wait to see her abilities. It's good coffee. The 3 dual hours before the war dance convenes in Shackly prison. Whatever that means.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
Here's a question. Has Shu Yi been fixed? Or is she still a bird?
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are 2 sides of the same Xianzhou Loufu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
Good for you.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hoolay has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hoolay herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Loufu owes her something in return for her fervent determination.
Here's my question. I cannot wait to see Feixiao in action, in all honesty.
How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hoolay was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him?
Is there a traitor among us, my friend? Which is kind of funny because some of these VAs in Hoyo actually played Among Us.
Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Loufu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
What is this hidden force?
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as foxians.
Yeah, who provided them with the medicine to give them foxian disguises?
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Just like that?
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
Yeah, because according to the lore of the game, the Aeon of Abundance gave, I guess, the Xianzhou people a gift, making them long-life species. For Foxians, they changed into werewolves, the Borisin, I think. While everyone else became the Abundance enemies that we saw, with branches growing out of their bodies.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Borisin have fast metabolisms, so the effects of medicines don't last long. An infiltration technique the General is familiar with.
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used...
Whoops, hang on. Never mind.
I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
Like Lingsha, I don't know why you're looking at me like that. It's scaring me. Also, attractive. Why are you looking straight at the camera?
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me.
She is extremely serious, and I love her for it.
Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously.
What?
I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor.
Alright.
By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin.
Okay, it looks like I can follow the smoke from Lingsha's sensor and keep moving. Then I have to investigate suspicious clues along the escape route. A prison guard has collapsed on the ground, her body twisted unnaturally. So let's examine the remains of the warden.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hoolay.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingsha. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hoolay is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hoolay united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hoolay appeared.
What was that pause? I guess the game. Oh well.
Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hoolay with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different.
And he is talking about what was her name? Ling Yu? Yeah.
By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned?
Because of his unnatural healing, that's what.
On the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Loufu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Loufu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Feixiao. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hoolay was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
Okay, it paused again.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Story time. Story time. Oi. Let's see her fight then.
Recalibrating.
Alright, yeah, alright, let's see.
Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree?
Executing attack.
Ooh.
I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Well, I meant to...
Maybe I can get them! Set to see some blaze! Yeah.
I need wind.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Fight to live!
There we go. I got an achievement too. Hang on. Let me check her out real quick. Oh wait, I can't check her out. Never mind. Well, hell.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
Lingsha peels open the Cloud Knight's armor, stretches out her hands to search for a moment.
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
This is gonna be a damn problem, isn't it? Yeah. Another one. A prisoner is on the ground. The joy of regaining freedom and sudden shock. These 2 expressions are frozen on his pale face at the moment of death.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Wait, do we have vampires now, or is that the Borisin?
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hoolay was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison.
For a very long time, yes.
It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
That is a very good question.
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Feixiao. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hoolay went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hoolay, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, And they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hoolay wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Loufu, Miss Linsha.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hoolay, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Loufu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linsha. Allow me to explain it to you.
What the hell's the real story then?
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Okay, I'm gonna replace you with Acheron. Yeah, that could work. There we go.
Stream forward, the gleam of old blades.
Alright, then there's this thing. The wolf-shaped mech disintegrates into a pile of metal.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
A biometric weapon that will auto-restart even after being turned off. The Intelligentsia's Guild's late research on the traits of longevity.
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
I'm not sure if that's the reason, but that's one of the reasons, maybe? I don't know.
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
Ah, smart. She is smart. Was it planned, though?
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Something seemed to be hiding in the pile of metal on the ground, ready to move.
Watch out! This thing is still alive!
Shit. Here we go again.
Giant, even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. Until
God damn it.
burns to ashes!
It's a problem.
Destined for oblivion.
Get there!
Fight to live!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
These are abnormal.
Again?
Great.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Attack detected! Everything in this world is bleeding.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all!
Yeah.
Destined for oblivion.
Get that!
Time to cleanse the filth.
Lacerate. Attack detected.
Great, it's gonna be a challenge.
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
There we go, finally! The giant machine goes silent again, like a wounded beast drained of blood. It can no longer move.
You haven't answered my question about why Hoolay was imprisoned in the Loufu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hoolay on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Ah, research.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hoolay's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech?
I get the point what Jiao Chu was saying in the previous video, even though you haven't seen it, and it was pretty much skipped because due to the fact of my doohickey mess up on the video. But he was talking about using Hoolay's regenerative properties or unique healing to create a cure for Foxian's Borisin disease, or whatever you call it.
Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did. So...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail.
Hence, they want the trade-off with the prisoner.
Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hoolay was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hoolay thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
that's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hoolay and the Loufu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Loufu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae.
Ah, yeah, that one.
By imprisoning Hoolay and the Xianzhou Loufu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Loufu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
What?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor. by exiling her. General.
Who is the exile healer then?
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor, and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But, let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
Oi, 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 oi. So, where do I go now? Over there or down here? Down here. So we're at the cell, huh? A mess of bodies. A fierce battle must have been fought here. So let's examine the Mara-struck remains.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borisin, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this.
Whoever made this prison was made to have designed for Hoolay's breakout.
Additionally, the fact that the Borisin need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borisin would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borisin and aid in Hoolay's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbiber de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Loufu, Miss Lingshaw, I believe you understand the implications.
So it's a power struggle, huh?
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Loufu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her, the giantess. She's also a Heliopus, apparently.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
What kind of invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Loufu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hoolay was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
2 hours before the war dance convenes the Exalting Sanctum.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy? But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Why are you talking about food? And I almost forgot that Jiaocha is a healer that uses food as his healing arts.
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
What a bestial, what a savage way of handling that. But I highly doubt.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue.
I recognize the voice VA of this character, and he's doing really well on this character. Plus the savagery in it.
You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Loufu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hoolay's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou, but in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky.
Looks like his buff is being called out.
The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
That's Hoolay, huh?
Lord Hoolay.
Oh, you pathetic foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people.
Let me just say one thing. That is an excellent design for Hoolay's disguise. Him being an aged, like an elder, but he still's got that strong boss type. With the tattoos and everything? Respect the design.
But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
So, refute him by pointing out that they are the runaways, or we could sow discord between Moktok and Hoolay. Knowing him, he might choose the second option. Let's choose that one.
Hoolay. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hoolay, now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
And he is very interested in this. He's amused.
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
I wonder about that myself. He does make a great point.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
Quite the name, Mongus. I read a lot of mangas in my time in high school.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality.
He might mean the manifestation of, I forgot what the... Yaosha, the Aeon of Abundance, I think it's called.
And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Loufu's war dance. And that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
So we could refute him by pointing out that their plan has not succeeded yet, or we could try to discord again by pointing out Mongus' ulterior motives. I don't think there's any point of sowing more discord, but we could refute them that their plan has not succeeded just yet.
Even if you managed to set Hoolay free, you'd have no way to escape.
We've already prepared our ships, and the prophet's prediction will surely come true.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Loufu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hoolay! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Loufu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, the revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws, The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death.
And he wants to choose to fight.
Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
Dude, he's not bucking around.
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
So why don't you send your people? But what game are you playing? I would say this.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
This is a mind game here, guys. A real mind game. Alright, this is a mind game. A real mind game.
I don't fully understand Lord Hoolay's intentions, but don't think you can simply run away. Understood.
Let's just ask for the
Water.
fugitive.
I need some water. What the heck was I thinking? If I knew it'd end like this, I would have stayed in the shackling prison. Better to live in shackles and die free.
We could examine his injuries.
Let me take a look. I can help you out.
Are you a healer? Please, bandage me up. I don't want to die.
Although Hoolay and his followers can currently hide in the city, won't be long before they're found. What was he planning when he let me go?
That is a great question, my friend. Can you ask him again?
I don't want to die.
Alright. Alright, we could ask
Why
him.
are you wasting time here?
You are Borisin.
That's right.
You look exactly like a foxian.
So that's how you managed to infiltrate the Xianzhou ship. If I hadn't been so familiar with the scent of Borisin, I wouldn't have been able to tell.
Never heard of such miraculous medicine,
Medicine? I heard there was a mutiny within the Alchemy Commission during the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. These infiltrators must have connections within the Xianzhou Loufu.
Nah, he's starting to get it.
Lord Hoolay ordered you to go to the port and take a look, you lowly beast. Why are you still lingering here?
Alright. We still got options to look for help.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
Okay, so we could continue towards the port, but let's look around. A foxian with a cold expression gazed at Jiao Chou. There is a sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says, every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequence you will come to regret.
Just as I suspected. He's testing me.
So let's continue towards the port.
Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Feixiao personally lead a squad to capture Hoolay?
I would say so.
For now, I'll do as he asked.
Okay, so am I still going? Okay. Let's see. We could search for help and send news to the outside, but I think there might be just traps here. The Starskip pilot is just an ordinary but hardworking individual who ferries people from place to place every day. Understanding if you thoughtless ask him for aid, you will reap severe repercussions regardless if the outcome is a success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
You keenly notice that the Foxian passenger near the Starskiff pilot are looking up and down. Yes, but we have several passengers. How many passengers can you accommodate?
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to... We need to hurry, wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start. The Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
Have the Cloud Knights close the ports? Or can we keep this quiet? That's a red text right there. That's a red highlight. I'm honestly not sure. Have the Cloud Knights close the ports?
Close the ports? Well...
Let's talk to him again.
Would you like to board my stars? Well, we need to hurry, wherever...
Alright, can we keep this quiet?
Keep what quiet? Come on, spill it if you have something to say.
Let's see. Could you deliver a message to the Realm Keeping Commission for me? Or can you give me a ride out of here? Not sure, to be honest. And it's just quite confusing for me, to be honest.
I've been in this business for almost a...
Okay. I honestly think that the Foxian behind him is a Borisin, just waiting for me to do something.
A slow simmer over low heat,
sorry.
Or a quick stir fry over high heat.
Alright, let's just move around and find some other means to get help. I'm honestly not too sure. I think it's a psychological thing. Let's talk to this guy. The Realm Keeping Commission orderly is not accustomed to handling emergencies. Understand if you thoughtless ask him for aid, you will again. Not sure if it's success or failure.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dance.
You can sense someone staring at you from not far. Another Borisin. I need your help, or... It's nothing. I'm just wandering around.
Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment.
Yeah, I know, but... Yeah, I'm getting suspicions from everything. Like, I see this now. If I tried to ask any one of these guys a bit of help... Nothing seems out of the ordinary, and yet I'm filled with anxiety. Let's just ask the Cloud Knight soldier. The Cloud Knight soldier on duty is here on loan and without reinforcements. Understand if... And I'm already seeing another one of the Borisin. I think that's a Borisin.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help?
You can sense someone staring at you from not far away. Again. I might try the first option. I'm not sure. I might regret this, but I need your help.
Could you please provide more details?
Let's see. Borisin are hiding nearby, or I'm Jiaochu, envoy of the Jianzhou Yao Qing. Borisin are hiding nearby, or I'm Jiaochu, envoy of the Jianzhou Yao Qing.
Wait, I recognize you. You're the lost Yaoqing messenger. How are you here?
I was brought here by the Borisin. Please make sure to report this news.
All right, I'll call for reinforcements.
Let me guess, it's gonna be a failure, huh? Alright, we could... Oh, and that Borisin is gone. Alright, let's talk to the
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
You sniff a familiar scent on the Foxian pilot. May I ask why? What if the warhead wants to leave?
You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Have the Cloud Knights close the ports?
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on?
Yeah, that is suspicious.
Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hoolay and see what tricks he's up to.
Alright, I'm gonna be practically just gonna tell him everything. Alright, I'm gonna go
I'm sorry.
Alright.
If I can help you.
Alright. I'm Xiao, envoy of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Hi. Do you need my help, messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Borisin are hiding in the Exalting Sanctum. You must deliver this news to the Cloud...
Borisin? Here? Are you serious?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxians. Please warn the Cloud Knight...
Will you please wait here for a while? I'll find a soldier.
Alright, I'm guessing... Yeah, that one left. Hang on a second. I'm gonna do them all, and if I got my suspicions... Anyway, suspicions... Cloud Knights... Yeah, that guy's right here too! And if... Yeah, you might be the guy... You might be a disguised...
Would you like to board my star?
Alright. Let me see.
Well, my little stars. We need to hurry. Wherever.
Alright, can we keep this quiet?
What quiet?
Alright. Could you deliver a message to the Realm Keeping Commission for me?
The Realm Keeping Commission? It's right up ahead. Look.
Okay, you know what? I think I have my suspicions. I think when I tried to do the optional, here's the psychological game, before I go back to Hoolay. And I noticed the familiar figure right over there as well. And if I'm right, the three optional discussion with the NPCs, they might be either collaborators or Borisin in disguise. Or they get caught.
You're back, Jiao Chou.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
What are you up to, Moktok?
What are you trying to do, Moktok? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I never gave you permission to talk with others. Remember, these people died because of you.
Ah, okay. A sickening crack of bones echoed through a small courtyard. There was no scream, not even a sound of a struggle. So they ended up getting caught anyway. My bad.
You want to prove to me that you hold everyone's lives in your hands, right, Hoolay?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance.
So, the whole asking for help and talking with others, it's end up gonna get failure anyway.
What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiao Chou. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you.
Maybe I could have just talked with the guard and that's about it, or just ignore everything, because I knew the risk, but I think I could have saved those people, but by not talking with them. But I just wanted to see if they are the collaborators or if they truly are innocent and they just get caught, because I noticed the Borisin have kept their eye on me.
Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
Show weakness, making him believe you surrendered, or refuse, letting him know you will not talk. Alright, you know what? Since we could refuse, but I think he made his point. Let's choose option 1. The tall man stretches out a finger and touches your shoulder blade with a movement so fast it's not visible. It's as if a dagger has cut away a piece of flesh and the pain pierces down my back.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borisin aren't supposed to live that long, or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yao Qing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage, but to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember, in the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borisin and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine.
Yeah, very intimidating indeed.
Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies.
Which am I?
I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
How typical, just another Borisin myth. I'm not buying your absurd myth.
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Seems fair.
Jiao Cho, I found you.
There's our friend. Two hours before the war dance convenes, Stargazer Navalia.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
So how can Hoolay possibly hunt us down? But we have the advantage of in numbers, right? I'll choose the first option.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Loufu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hoolay is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Loufu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position.
So where do those Borisin want to go? So is Stargazer Navalia the most likely place for them to come to?
What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
Transportation.
A star skiff to get us out of the Loufu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Right. So, okay, back to our own characters. Alright, so while I was away and took a break from that little moment here, I decided to pull for Feixiao, and guess what? I finally got it today. So, unfortunately for that, I'm still going to take my time to build Feixiao until I can get her to a proper... I want to use her in this quest. I really want to use her on this quest. Unless... Damn. Okay, she just swings an idle animation and that shit. Yeah, she's too badass for this idle animation. So, I'm going to call it a day for now, and we will continue on in another video. So, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like, dislike, and I hope you guys enjoyed the story as much as I do as well. And if you want me to continue on with the story, just, like I said, 20 likes. I will limit myself to 20 likes. If I get that many likes during this week or during the next month, I will continue on, but unfortunately I may not have time to do it because there is an event going on, and I do plan on going through the event, and I can't skip it because, well, I have to complete a storyline to unlock it. So we will continue on with the hunt probably tomorrow. So as I said and before, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the video. So peace out and have a great day.